Companion is a brand new horror comedy that comes out this upcoming weekend. This film is directed by Drew Hancock and it stars Sophie Thatcher and it stars Harry Guillen. Guillen or Gillen, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. It also stars Jack Quaid. I'm kind of torn on what's the best way to present the story of this one because depending on which trailers you've seen or not seen, you could already know what the hook of the movie is. Figure it's a non-spoiler review and not everybody sees trailers like I do, so maybe I should just keep the hook to myself. The only thing I'll tell you about the story is that it follows a young woman named Iris and she's going on a vacation trip with her boyfriend played by Jack Quaid and meet up at this exclusive resort place where there's this rich guy who owns it and everybody's having a good time. It's all well and good. And unfortunately, someone ends up dead and what follows is a series of unfortunate events that also reveal a lot of things about the characters, in particular Iris, played by Sophie Thatcher. I do want to stress again, the marketing for this movie, none of them motherfuckers are seeing heaven. I would advise anybody involved with the promotion of this movie, the making of these trailers, you should go ahead and grab a fan, grab 2 of them if you need to, grab suntan lotion, grab whatever you need to make sure you're as comfortable as possible. As long as you know that hell is hot, my job is done. Because holy shit, the marketing for this movie, the second trailer specifically, gives away the entire hook for the entire movie. I wasn't sure who's seen that trailer and who hasn't. And it's not shit I should be thinking about when I'm reviewing a movie like this. I don't want to spend the entire video talking about it, but all I'm saying is, I don't understand why they would give away the biggest hook of the movie in the trailer. I understand you have to sell the movie and all that shit, but come on, man, you can sell it in a different way and still keep things vague without telling the viewer everything they need to know about the movie. Like, that's just an infuriating thing that stayed with me as I walked into this movie. Having said that, Companion is a complete blast. I had an awesome time with it, despite the bad marketing. I love how well-paced and well put together this movie is. A lot of times in some of my reviews, in the negative section, I'll mention, the movie could have had better pacing, it could have cut scenes out, yada, yada, yada. I don't feel like a single scene is wasted in this movie. The movie is incredibly well-paced, it flows really well together. Everything about the scenes in this movie and how they transition, it all feels like a rock thrown into a lake. And that ripple effect creates more ripple effects in the plot, and it's kind of like a cascading thing that keeps adding on to the story, and I love that about this movie. Everything about this movie is funny and entertaining. Even characters that you're not supposed to like, that you're supposed to be rooting against in this movie, even though it's a familiar-ish story that really dives into the toxicity and abuse that some relationships go through. There's a lot of things in this movie about control and about love and about how sometimes those things get mixed up and conflated when obviously they are not the same thing. Meta commentary like that while also keeping things so bouncy and loose. Like, this movie does have some intensity to it, I'm not gonna lie. There are gonna be moments where you're yelling, "Run, bitch, run!" at the screen. Like, that definitely happens in the movie. Most of the time you're also gonna be laughing. This movie has a ton of funny moments and it doesn't take itself too seriously. There's a certain self-awareness to this script also that I really like. I think that script is also bolstered by some really good performances in this movie. Even the side characters, the ones that are not really top billing in the movie, even they're entertaining as hell. Even them, you're somewhat invested, even if, again, you're not really supposed to root for them. Shout out to Lucas Gage. He plays a character in this movie and I was like, who the fuck is he? I've seen him before. And then I remembered Smile too. Yeah, remember the guy who died in the first 15 minutes who was like the first guy to really smile in the movie? Yeah, he's in this movie and he's really, really good. What I love about Jack Quaid's performance in particular is that a lot of times in movies, he's typecast as like this awkward, nerdy guy, like this plucky underdog that you like to root for. And I like how he can take all of those quirky qualities to his characters in his movies and his performance, and I like how he can also flip them and turn him into the perfect villain. But make no mistake about it, Sophie Thatcher is an absolute superstar. I loved her in The Heretic. You guys should check out Heretic if you haven't already, but she is stupendous in this movie. She's great. I really do think she's one of the best rising young actresses that we have working today. Full range and complement of emotions that she was able to display in this movie. Like, she has to juggle a lot of different hats. She does a great job juggling all of that, just like the movie does a great job juggling the plot and cycling it through these dominoes as they fall and they keep leading to bigger revelations. Now, as far as the marketing, like I said, the second trailer gives away the big hook in the movie. So I walked into the movie kind of annoyed that I already knew what the movie was going to be about, and sure enough, in the first 20 minutes, there's like a bunch of hints and teases, a bunch of dialogue that really alludes to the big twist, the big hook in the movie. This irritated me, but I feel like this is only a me thing. Most people are going to go into the movie, they're probably not going to think about it that much. The only real major issue I have is that the movie does suffer a bit from multiple ending syndrome. It's a movie that feels like it's about to end, and then it doesn't end, and it keeps going for a little while, but then it's like, oh, okay, the movie's about to end. And then it's like, actually, we have like 5 or 10 more minutes, let's keep going. And I'm like, oh, okay, okay, so we're not gonna end? It's not over yet? I wasn't wanting for the movie to be over, but I was just kind of like, holy shit, it feels like the movie doesn't know how it wants to end this movie, and then it finally ends, and it's like, oh, okay, so on the 4th try, we finally got it. Companion is really entertaining, it's really funny, it's got a great script, it's got a really compelling plot. I loved this movie, bad marketing at all. I think most people are gonna have an absolute blast with it. Companion should definitely be your companion movie of choice this weekend. I'm gonna give this one my highest rating of Superman Prime. Is there an underrated actor or actress who you feel like doesn't get that many opportunities? Go ahead and give me your most underrated performer working today in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.